Hey boomers, we're going to do a little chest workout. We're going to work out the upper part of our core, which is important, and we're going to incorporate a little bit of our abs too. We'll get to that in a minute. But it's very important that we have a strong chest. We always lift things. It's good for our shoulders. It's all part of us. Everything is connected, so we can't just work out our abs and our glutes and our legs and our arms and neglect our chest muscles. So we're going to start. There's not a whole lot of different exercises to do for chest. They all basically do the same thing. We're going to just use water bottles like we've been doing. You know, don't forget, check with your doctor, make sure you can work out, have plenty of water on hand, be hydrated, and warm up before you start to exercise. We've talked about all these things before. So the first thing we're going to do some flies, okay? And you can do these sitting down. When we do them sitting down, it's called a butterfly. You can do them without weights. You know, you want to hold your stomach in, your shoulders down your back. You know, you're going to take your weights or no weights and bring them in and come out. And when you do this, you want to squeeze these chest muscles. Okay? You can do them with weights. You know, if you're in not too bad a shape, you can use 8-pound gallon weights and bring them in and hold them. Or you can just use liter bottles, 2.5 pounds probably. Bring it, squeeze it, bring it back out. Now when you bring them out is when you're going to exhale. That's your exertion. And a big deep inhale through the nose, fill the lungs up. Exhale through the mouth. And every time you do one of these, concentrate on your chest muscles. Really think about the chest. Now we can do these laying down. These are called flies. Same kind of thing. Head down, lower back flat on the floor. Our knees are bent, our feet are flat on the floor. Of course I have the chair in the way. And you want to come right up over your chest. You don't want to be back here or over here, you know. Well, let's do 5 of these. I'm going to show you a little modification. Of course, you can use dumbbells too. And if you're laying on your back, you can definitely use heavier weights if you have the strength. If you don't have the strength, use the 2.5 pound weights. The liter bottles. Try not to break your wrists when you do this. You can use, of course, you can use dumbbells. All right. The first modification I'm going to show you. You put your legs out straight and lift your head up as you do these. Now, by doing this immediately, you can feel your ab muscles also working. Do a couple. Now, if your neck hurts, of course, don't do that. Put it back down. But you should feel a little stretch right in there. Okay, put your head down a second. Rest. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale out. Bring your shoulders and your neck back up. And bring your feet all the way up. Now, by doing this, by holding your feet up, now we're working our lower abs. Keeping our head up, we're working our upper abs, and this is stressful, you know, just do 3. And we're also working our chest, so we're really working our core. This is all core work. If you can do 2 more, come on, do 2 more. Inhale on the way down, exhale up, slowly bring your legs down, bring your head down, and sit up. You probably can't come up like that, so you know, lean over and come on up. All right, I'm sure you kind of feel that, but we're not done yet. We're going to just do some chest presses. Probably all familiar with this. If you've ever worked out in your life, you are. Otherwise, I'm going to show you how to do it. back down on your back. Take your weights, your elbows bent right over your chest, head down, bring it up. And up. Again, you can use heavier weights. Let's do 5 more of these, okay? Now, if you were in a gym and you had a dumbbell, you'd be bringing it up like this. You know, a barbell, one big barbell. Do one more and bring it down. And of course you can modify that too. You can have your head up or your feet up. And the lower you bring your feet, the more work it takes for your lower abs to hold them. So if you can do these with your feet down here, you can really feel it in your lower abs. Okay, good. The next thing we're going to do, tough to get up, we're going to do some dumbbell pullovers. Of course, we don't have to have dumbbells, we can use water bottles. And generally these are done on a bench, but of course we don't have a bench. We have a chair, but that's a little risky if you're not in great shape or you're a little overweight. So we'll just do them on the floor. Now this exercise works your shoulders and your trap muscles, but it also works your chest, okay? So we're going to start laying down flat. Hold your water bottles directly over your head, or if you have dumbbells, it's great. Come on down, but unlike a tricep press, which would be, holding your elbows in and just coming straight up, we're going to come back to our heads and move this all the way up. And by doing this, we're working all these muscles and the upper part of the chest. And anybody can do these. These are not difficult. Now when you do these, though, you might even want to have your feet flat on the floor, because you want your lower back to be plastered against the floor. You don't want any kind of a space on your lower back. And again, you can do them with gallon weights. The most important thing when you're using these gallons is try not to break your wrists. Keep your wrists nice and straight. But if you're out of shape, that's going to be tough. So just use the smaller weights, or get yourself some 5 and 10 pound dumbbells and just do these. All right, let's do 5 more. And any of these exercises you can do with your feet up. Okay. The last thing we are going to do, we're going to do a few push-ups. And there's lots of modifications for push-ups. Probably most of you can do a push-up with your knees on the floor and your feet crossed. The idea is you want to come straight down and straight up. You don't want to be pushing back, or doing any funky stuff like that. The other way you can do it, modify, is you can stand against a wall at an angle and then just come in and push out, in and push out. And if you can do eventually, hopefully you'll all be able to do this, a regular old push-up, and let your back nice and straight, a nice plank position, come straight down and up, down and up. But let's start. I think most of you can do push-ups on your knees. Your hands are going to be underneath your chest. Straight down. Come on up. Let's see if we can do 10. Down. 2, 3, 4. Inhale up here. Exhale on the way up. You can do regular push-ups. It's great. Two more. If you can't do them, don't worry about it. And then open up your knees, sit back on your heels, and push back into child's press. Now, there's a couple of things when you're doing a push-up. If your hands are in close, like this, and you come down and up, you're working your triceps, these muscles in your arms. If your hands are out, underneath your chest or a little further, like this, now you're working more of your chest, not so much tricep. And this little exercise is for our chest, so we wanted our hands out there. And that's it. That's all there is to our little chest exercise. And you can rest a minute and then do it again, or go on or do something else, or just come back tomorrow and do something. All right, we just want to stretch our chest out a little bit. We'll stretch our shoulders. Take your right arm in front of you, your left arm, pull it down. Breathe in, out. Take your left arm, put it in front of you, pull it down a little bit. Stretch out our arms a little bit because we worked our arms as well. When you do these chest exercises, you're not just working your chest, you're working your shoulders and your biceps and your triceps and your abs, whether you want to or not. So, all these exercises include all the muscles in the body. They're really good things to do. Okay, now we're just going to take our hands behind our back, stretch our chest out a little bit. Take a deep inhale in, exhale out. One more time. That's it. Did your little workout. Hopefully you feel good, and you're going to come back for more. The more you work out, the more you exercise, the stronger you're going to get, the better you're going to feel. You might even lose a little bit of weight in the process. So keep it up. Thanks a lot. We'll see you soon.